Have you got into a situation where you thought or where you wondered if you've married the right man? And this happens because you are facing those toughest phases in your married life. I'm going to be telling you what are those 5 toughest, hardest part of married life and what do you do to get out of them. When you're able to get out of these toughest phases, your marriage is going to thrive. My name is Parul Devan. I am relationship coach and founder of AHA Married Life, and here we help professional women who are stuck in their married lives to help them rediscover their husband's love and live a refreshing and a lively life. So what are those phases? Number 1 is when you're stuck at the level of communication, which means that let's take an example where you decide that there needs to be transparency in the relationship, but there comes a point in time where you realize that your husband is not being transparent, or he's committed something to you but he's not living up to that commitment. Now you have expressed your concern. Each time you have expressed your concern, he's thrown back at you. You've reached a point where you think that now it is not possible to open up because he throws back at you. Now, when you're not opening up and you're restricting yourself, obviously the transparency has got lost and the distance begins to grow. That is where you are stuck and you don't know what to do because you want to speak, but when you speak, you get it back. Okay? What do? You need to understand, you need to evaluate, you need to reflect. How did you communicate with him? Did you communicate in the form of complaint, or did you express your concern in the form of criticism? There is a difference between complaint and criticism. And for you to know what is that difference, what you need to do is just click on this link. This video will show you the difference between complaint and criticism. So watch that video and then come back to this one. You have all the right to raise your concern. When you're raising your concern, the important thing is raise your concern in the form of complaint, not criticism. And if you're understanding this, I want you to write in the comment box, I will complain, not criticize. So write in the comment box, I will complain, not criticize. Okay? Connected with this is another point where you get stuck, and that is where it is about mind read. Most women tend to believe that their husband should be able to mind read them. Especially if you've been in the married life for a long time, you expect your husband to understand what's there in your mind. Now, men are those kind of people who will always think in one direction. They will never be able to mind read. So the best is to express clearly what's in your head or what do you want. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3 is you get stuck because you have put in a lot in the relationship. For relationship to work, you have forgotten yourself. You have sacrificed yourself. Maybe you have given up your job. You might have given up certain relationships in your life. You might have given up your social circle. You might have given up your passion. And now your husband has started to see you in that frame. When he begins to see you in that frame, it becomes extremely difficult for you to shatter that frame. And for a long time, if you have crushed yourself, if you have crushed your dreams, you begin to suffocate. And the natural result is when you're suffocating in the relationship, there is the tendency to put the blame on husband. And now that's one of the very toughest parts because you're trying to shatter that frame. You want to thrive. That little girl inside you wants to come out, but you don't know what to do. So the way out is draw a line, draw a boundary. You need to take that initiative to shatter that frame. Understand what is it that you love doing. Go ahead, do it. What is your passion? What is it, what kind of work do you want to do? What kind of friend circle do you want to have? Do you want to go out and connect with more people? Do whatever makes you happy. Understand you have your own personality. While his dreams are important, while it is important to become a partner in his dreams, it is also important to know that you have the right to dream, you have the right to live your dreams. So take that step, create that path for yourself and start walking on that path while you're catering to the needs, the desires, the dreams of the relationship also. Next point is What was serving you earlier in the relationship is not serving you anymore. For instance, when you were dating or in the initial phases of your relationship, going for a movie was a great fun. Going for vacation was a great fun. You might still be going for movies, you might still be going for vacations, but it's not giving you that kick which it used to give earlier. That spark has gone missing. When that happens, relationship becomes so boring that it begins to decline, and that's where it again makes you jittery, because now there is nothing, there doesn't seem to be anything left in the relationship. You need to break those old patterns, start thinking differently, start thinking more creatively, and that is what is going to help you to bring that spark once again. I'll give an example of my client. Her physical intimacy was not there with her husband. It had got lost. They were just not interested in each other. One day she wrapped herself in silver aluminum foil. She went to the room, she switched off her lights, and she stood there like a pillar. When her husband entered the room, he was quite surprised, quite shocked, because all he could see was a shining figure. And whereas it was her who was wrapped in silver foil. That was something which created that spark again, and their relationship was never the same, which, in terms of how it was rotting earlier. Now, it is not to say it's about physical relationship, it's to say that something which is not working, break those old patterns, create something new. And last but not the least, and very important part, is that when you have fought, when you've been fighting, when there are arguments happening all the time, when there are problems all the time, when the distance between you and your husband is growing, what keeps you awake at the middle of the night is, should you stay in the marriage or should you leave the marriage? Now, if that thought crosses your mind, the first tendency is to just connect with your family and friends and take their advice. But that's going to be a wrong step, because when your family and friends are giving you some kind of advice or suggestions, that is more likely to be biased. What you need to do is, you need to consult a professional, because a professional will be able to tell you should you be staying or should you be leaving. And if he or she tells you you should be staying, they will also be in a position to guide you. What is it that you need to do differently so that you can once again revive your marriage? Now, that's about the 5 toughest phases and what is it that you need to do about them. And if this is resonating with you, please give this video a thumbs up, and do remember to click the subscribe button, and I will be getting back to you with my next video very soon. Thank you for watching this, and have a great life. Bye.